These are the interviews for Thor 5, right?
They sure are.
Well, I should go, I guess.
Now you're in it. Congrats.
Oh, thanks, man.
Well, you were who Thor was holding.
That's what I said. Yeah. That's who Thor was holding. Was me.
Deadpool. There we go.
You're muted, Jeff.
I'm crushing it already, dude. Did you see it in 3D?
I did not see it in 3D. Did you see it in 3D?
It's bonkers, dude.
It must be. I mean, the world building in this movie is ridonculated. It's crazy how beautiful Cybertron looks and the grading and it's amazing.
Wow. They're also going to do it in 4DX though, which I want to see.
Cool.
Where the chairs are shaking and like all that's how I want to see it. I want to get a concussion, which I think you will. So definitely do it in 4DX.
We use the depth to our advantage to make sure that what you're paying attention to is really what you should be looking at. And I thought they did a phenomenal job. It's one of the, it sounds obvious for me saying this because I directed it, but also it's the best 3D I've seen. It really is.
It's pretty stunning. And, you know, we've shot it native. We've done conversions before. And one of the things we learned along the way is that too often the filmmakers are trying to use the depth just because it's depth, as opposed to worrying about the audience's eyes and how your eye focuses and refocuses. So one of the things that we also made a decision is we kept a pretty constant depth all the way through, so your eyes are not adjusting all the time. And, you know, like a lot of people when they first saw Avatar complained about headaches. We haven't heard anybody complain so far. And it really comes from the experience of going through the process a few times.
Before we were enemies, we were like brothers. You ready?
Always ready. Let's punch in.
There's always that like pivotal moment when you're a kid where you see like a beloved character become a villain. You did that. And so I guess my question is, why did you want to make children cry?
It's my only goal. These kids don't cry enough these days, if you ask me. They're so desensitized. I was like, let's see if we can rip their hearts out. I don't know. I think about the movies I watched that really like evoked so many feelings in me when I was like only on this earth for like 8 years. Like there's some things that just like I think about the Transformers movie, right? Like I think about Fox and the Hound. And I also think about the Care Bears movie. Like there's a moment in the Care Bears movie that gets really dark at Camp Caroline. I don't want to rehash that. And then I think about like the Never Ending Story when he's trying to pull, you know, his horse out. Like, oh my God, man.
Stupid.
Oh my God. Like, it's like, so I think about those moments and I was like, we don't really have that anymore.
Yeah.
In a lot of animation. So I was like, I really wanted to have that moment to traumatize people like I was traumatized. I don't think I should be the only one. Trauma should be shared.
I was wondering if Aa-tron was the only reference to your past career.
Aaron. Actually, I think it is. I'm trying to think. I don't think and that's not improvised. That was written into the script. They wrote that in there as an Easter egg before I was signed on. But I think they knew I was going to do it, and then they wrote it into the script. The last time that happened, I think was. No, it wasn't in this project. It was a different project. That is the last time I can think of there being a Key and Peele reference.
What about Buzz Lightyear stuff?
I am Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger.
We were throwing around some terrible other options, like Megatron and just like really bad stuff.
No, that's not bad. That's not bad. I get it.
At Pixar, everything's in-house. You can pretty much make the entire film there. Working at Paramount and working with Lorenzo and working with ILM, it's a vendor thing. But really, that's the only difference. I mean, everybody is just as talented and just as driven. And I had a blast working with a whole new crew. It was really great.
My finger can transform. Guess which one?
Allow me.
You're the comedy of the film, but you're also like a badass action star in the film. You get to play both.
Knife hands? I have knife hands! I can see that.
Which kind of reminded me of like Kumail in Eternals. So did you also get jacked?
Yeah, I got completely jacked. Yeah. No carbs for like 6 months. Just boiled chickens and spinach every day, 3 meals a day, and then of course your supplements. Oh yeah. So if you could see me, I mean, it's the depth of the camera. You see, I look exactly like Chris Hemsworth. I'm just
Right.
a biracial version of Chris Hemsworth.
Fantastic.
And they also have you in all that armor, so you couldn't.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's a whole thing. Yeah, I don't even know why I did it because I'm hidden.
What's the equivalent of a line that you had to say in this movie where you were like, even though this is just a couple words, it's so iconic, I have to get this right?
I mean, I am Optimus Prime was, or even the rollout.
We are more than meets the eye.
I was thankful that what wasn't required of me was to come in and mimic, rip off what Peter Cullen had done. This was the youthful version, playful before he had become the all-knowing, wise Optimus Prime. Toward the end of the film, there's kind of one speech or two where we really lean into the cadence and the vocal quality of what Peter was doing. And that was the most nerve-wracking part for me. That was kind of, and there were times in the film where I was leaning toward it a little too heavily, a little too early, and Josh was like, it sounds great, but we're not there yet. The character hasn't evolved to be Optimus Prime. Right. So I think and it was something that was really excited me about the film and the character for an audience was it was a fresh take and something unique. I didn't know what we could do with this world that hadn't been done before. And then Josh has brought us such a brilliant script and we had that opportunity. So yeah.
Speaking of Chris, he's rumored to be in this Transformers G.I. Joe crossover.
Yes, I have heard that rumor. And I wish I had more information that I wouldn't be able to share with you. I wish I had more information that I wouldn't be allowed to share with you. But somebody mentioned it during. I heard someone mention it once. So there is I think there is a rumor. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, what about you? And then Ryan, and who knows who else? You know what I mean?
Did you say Ryan?
No, Brian.
Oh, me and Brian. Oh, Brian. I was like, do you know another rumor that I? It's the G.I. Joe Transformers Deadpool crossover movie. Yeah.
But you'd be down though?
I would 100% be down. 100%.
I'm going to ask them why they haven't given you anything to not tell me, because that's a little bit.
Now is the time for us to stand up together as one.